T.I. is dragging his beef with 50 Cent straight into the studio, and TMZ's got the first listen to the diss track. And this isn't just casual social media chatter. This isn't some fleeting comment thrown out in an interview. This isn't a playful jab. This is wax. This is a beat. This is something permanent. This is something that demands attention. When an artist records a diss track, it carries weight. And the weight in this case is heavy. It's deliberate. It's calculated. It's a response in the language that matters most in hip-hop. Music. Words become power. Bars become ammunition. And T.I. didn't just press record casually. He stepped into the booth with intent, with energy, with something to prove. He didn't just react. He responded in the medium that leaves echoes. He didn't just send a message to 50 online. He created a record that will live in playlists, that will be dissected by fans, that will be discussed, replayed, quoted, and analyzed for every nuance. This is escalation. This is confrontation. This is strategy executed with precision. Hit play on this, because T.I. ain't playing nice, calling 50 a 5-0 dispatcher, basically branding him a snitch, and clowns him as a keyboard warrior who's tough online, but nowhere else. That line alone sets the tone for the entire record. In hip-hop culture, credibility matters, authenticity matters, reputation matters, and accusations like this are not taken lightly. They are heavy, they are serious, and T.I. knew exactly what he was doing when he laid that line down on the track. This wasn't an accident. It wasn't careless. It was deliberate. It was meant to sting. It was meant to challenge the foundation of 50's public persona, to question toughness, to question authenticity, to question the brand that he built over decades. And then T.I. doubles down, mocking 50 for being a keyboard warrior, for hiding behind a screen, for cracking jokes and memes, but avoiding direct confrontation. This isn't just entertainment. This is a strike at pride. And in hip-hop, pride is everything. Pride drives reputations, defines careers, shapes legacies, and fuels competition. By highlighting this, T.I. is essentially saying that 50's online bravado doesn't hold up in real life. And then, the track escalates even further. T.I. raps he's got paperwork from nigga in prison, ya name is in them. A claim that hits directly at 50's gangster brand. A line that doesn't whisper shade, but shouts it. That's nuclear energy in hip-hop terms. Once paperwork is mentioned, the narrative changes. Suddenly the diss isn't just about trolling or competition. Suddenly it's about credibility, about reputation, about authenticity, about legacy. It's not light banter, it's a challenge that demands a response, and it will linger. Fans will replay it. Headlines will quote it. Social media will dissect it. Discussions will erupt. Everyone will have an opinion. And the pressure is now squarely on 50. In case you forgot how this all started, this situation began when T.I. accused 50 of ducking a versus battle they'd talked about doing. What should have been a celebration of catalogs turned into tension. Versus battles have become cultural moments. They're about legacy, about friendly competition, about hit-for-hit showdowns. But T.I. went public with the claim that 50 was avoiding the battle. That accusation alone intensified the heat. Pride became involved. Fans began questioning motives. Social media lit up. And instead of locking in the battle, 50 responded the only way he knows how, with trolling. Instead of competing, instead of stepping into the ring, instead of confirming dates, instead of engaging with music, 50 leaned into humor. He posted memes. He sent out jokes. He laughed. He trolled. Classic 50. That's his lane. But for T.I., trolling is not competition. Posting jokes online is not equivalent to performing musically. And that difference is what fueled the decision to hit the studio. Because once a diss track is recorded, everything changes. Social media posts disappear after hours. A diss track lives forever. Playlists replay it. Screenshots get saved. Every bar is examined. Every line is questioned. Every lyric becomes a headline. And T.I. understood that. He understood that a studio-recorded diss carries permanence. It carries power. It carries weight. And so he stepped up. And with this track, T.I. turned the volume all the way up. There's no subtlety, no whispering, no coded language. He went straight for credibility, reputation, and pride. He went straight for the heart of the issue. He didn't test the waters. He didn't tiptoe. He struck, fully, intentionally, and without reservation. The energy in this diss is palpable. You can feel it in the cadence, in the bars, in the delivery. This isn't playful. This isn't casual. This is calculated aggression, musical confrontation, and public assertion all rolled into one. And now the eyes are on 50. Because if there's one thing he doesn't do, it's stay silent. 50 is known for his responses, for his counterattacks, for turning controversy into publicity. Silence is unlikely. A response is inevitable. And that's what makes this so electrifying. What started as a simple conversation about a versus battle has escalated into personal allegations, public accusations, and a musical war of credibility and pride. The stakes are higher now, reputation is on the line, legacy is on the line, image is on the line, and fans are watching, replaying, and analyzing every word. Because in hip-hop, once the beat hits and the bars land, the words echo. And now, the pressure is shifted squarely onto 50 to respond, to counter, to assert, to defend. But T.I. didn't just press record. He executed a strategy, delivered a message, and made sure the world heard. The studio move transformed tension into music, commentary into art, and conversation into confrontation. And that's the power of a diss track when wielded intentionally. It can escalate situations, it can define narratives, it can dictate the next move. And T.I. has thrown the gauntlet. The next move? That belongs to 50. But make no mistake, this is a moment that will be dissected, replayed, discussed, and remembered. Because it isn't just music. It's culture. It's reputation. It's history being made in real time. And all eyes are on what happens next. The tension between T.I. and 50 Cent has been simmering for weeks, even months, depending on how closely you follow every interaction, every hint, every online post. What might seem like a single moment, the accusation of ducking a versus battle, is actually the culmination of years of competitive energy, professional pride, and public scrutiny. Both artists have built their careers on dominance, on reputation, and on maintaining an image of toughness, authenticity, and musical authority. For T.I., the versus accusation wasn't just a comment. It was a reflection of respect and expectation. He's a man who knows the weight of his words, the power of his delivery, and the influence of public perception. When he accused 50 of avoiding a battle, it wasn't casual. It was a challenge. It was a demand for accountability. It was an expectation that the conversation should be taken seriously, that the proposed showdown should actually materialize. Instead of responding in kind with music or scheduling a legitimate confrontation, 50 chose the path he's become known for. Humor, trolling, online wit, memes, jokes, clever captions, all delivered with precision to entertain, to distract, to dominate social media conversation without actually stepping into the studio or committing to the original idea. That's classic 50 Cent, and fans know it. But what makes this situation combustible is T.I.'s response. T.I. didn't just see trolling as deflection. He saw it as disrespect, a refusal to engage in the medium he values most, music. So he went to the studio, he pressed record, and he transformed tension into a diss track that hits every angle: pride, reputation, credibility, and street authenticity. This isn't a quick jab. It's a full-scale musical offensive. Every bar is deliberate. Every line is calculated. Every claim is meant to provoke, to expose, and to escalate. Calling 50 a 5-0 dispatcher is no small thing. In the culture, that's not just insult. It's allegation. It questions loyalty, integrity, and credibility.